YouTube, welcome back to Nerdtastic Halloween. I am your faithful host, Nerdcat, and for this video, I decided that I would go back to a 90s cult classic Halloween movie, Hocus-Pocus. For anyone who doesn't know, Hocus-Pocus took the 90s by storm. It's still well loved today and has the sequel, Hocus-Pocus 2, that had just come out. As a 90s baby myself, Hocus-Pocus is definitely up there on top Halloween movie lists. I watch it every year, but I thought it'd be really fun to recreate one of my favorite characters, other than Binks, and that is Billy Butcherson. Billy is by far one of my favorite characters, even though he does not say much in the first movie. There's just something about him that makes me so happy, and I really wanted to try and recreate his look as best possible as I could. So, I'm going to hand you off to voiceover Jamie, and we'll see you in the video.
So here's my eye prosthetic. If you guys want to see how I made this prosthetic, let me know in the comments down below, and I will upload a video on that. But for right now, I'm just tracing out kind of where the prosthetic ends around my eyes, and then putting some washable glue over my eyebrows. As this is a full kind of mask prosthetic, it is going to go over my eyebrows, and I don't want to lose any eyebrow here. Now I'm just basing out my inner eyes with some black and some purple, just so I have that base laid down for after I put the prosthetic on. I can still reach, obviously, those areas since my eyes are visible through the prosthetic, but it's just a little easier if you lay down a base coat first. Now with my prosthetic, I put some Pros-Aide down over all of the edges and get ready to place it on my face. So I stick it down, make sure all of the main parts are securely fastened to my face. And now I'm going to go in with some liquid latex and lay down all of the edges. The best part of this prosthetic is that if the edges are rough, it's okay, because you're going to end up covering pretty much all of the edges and your own face with either, I used paper towels, but I think a better option would have been tissue paper or like thin ply toilet paper, but you don't have to worry about edges. So once all those edges are down, I went in with some greens, browns, and grays for the lips, as they can be seen through the mouth prosthetic, so and it'll be really difficult to paint it once that prosthetic's on. I decided to do it now. And buffed it out just so it kind of went into all the creases of my lips, and then placed the mouth prosthetic. And once again, using liquid latex around all of the edges to lay them down flat. And now I'm going to go in and lay a layer of liquid latex down, and then torn sheets of paper towel to kind of, blend the prosthetic together, so that it wasn't just rough patches of skin and then completely clear skin. So I do this all the way around my face. I will be honest, I should have taken it down my neck and chest as well, as you can see those. But for right now, it was fine with just doing my face. But if I ever did it again, I would definitely make sure to continue the liquid latex and paper towels, tissue paper, toilet paper, whatever you're using for the skin texture, all the way down, because just like in regular makeup, you want to make sure everything blends seamlessly together. So now that all of that has been covered, I go in with this very bright green. Now, I had so many reference photos and all of them had different coloring for Billy. So I don't believe that I got the correct coloring, but I do like how it turns out in the end. So I first go in with a bright green and then also interchange it with some browns and some grays as I'm doing, putting it down, and then I'm also patting it so that it kind of creases in all the little crevices of the paper towel mixture. So just going to continue doing that for the entirety of my face. So in 3, 2, 1, full face is green. So yeah, just going over with some grays and blotting it in so that it kind of is a little more seamless, and is a better texture, I guess. As you can see, it's still really rough right now. But then I take some foundation, my pale foundation, because I am very pale, and go over it, patting over the entire face, and it definitely gave the skin tone a much more like deadish actual skin than just bright green. So I do recommend, if you're going to do this, you literally put a thin layer of very pale foundation over it, and it will definitely help. Now I go in for the under eye, or the eye sockets. In the reference photo I had, it's very like kind of purpley reddish, as if bruising is there. So I went in with a purple and then a little bit of red to kind of mimic that. And I brought that all the way up to the edge of the prosthetic itself. And of course, making sure that the top is also painted as well, and then just kind of blended those two together. Then going in with a purple eyeshadow and then a reddish brown eyeshadow, I just dust it over the entire inner circle of the eye, so that it's a little more matte, and also the colors kind of look a little more faded. Then taking the brown eyeshadow that I have, I just kind of went over these kind of creases that he has right under his eyes. They're very prominent in the movie, so I wanted to try and make them prominent here. So I just kind of go in between the creases that I already made, and of course my nose and stuff like that, trying to shadow everything. Buffing it out a little bit with my foundation again. And then I just took a makeup remover and just removed some of the paint and eyeshadow from the higher parts around his eyes so that they came out a little bit more prominent. And then dusted everything with just some white powder, because he is dead, so he would be a little dusty.
And that's about it. I'm going to add a couple of finishing touches, and I'll see you at the montage. And here's the final look. Overall, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Are there some flaws? Yes. My coloring is definitely not correct, and I think I should have used either tissue paper or toilet paper for the skin texture. I think it would have given a much better, kind of smoother skin texture than the paper towels. But in general, I'm really happy with how it turned out, especially my eye prosthetic. I think I did a pretty damn good job at recreating an orbital bone, like how they have it in the movie, which makes me so happy because Billy is one of my favorite characters in Hocus-Pocus. So getting to recreate his very cool makeup with my own skills, something I was looking forward to doing, and getting it all together, I am over the moon at how it turned out. Flaws and all. Going forward, if I ever redid this look, I know the small details that I would fix, but in general, I think this came out pretty damn good and definitely reads as Billy Butcherson. Anyway, if you guys like this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more Nerdtastic Halloween, please hit that subscribe. And if you feel ever so inclined, please leave me a comment down below on your thoughts on this look and your thoughts on Hocus-Pocus and Hocus-Pocus 2. Anyway, that's it for me. Until next time, as always, stay nerdy, my friends. Later!